Good afternoon from European Utility Week. This afternoon we caught up with Philippe Monloubou, CEO of ENEDIS, and Philippe Vié, who is the Vice President for Global Utilities and Chemical Sectors for CapGemini. The two gentlemen shared this part of their conversation with us.
Thank you, Philippe, for accepting to discuss with us about digital edge or edge computing, which is the practice of collecting and managing data where it's generated at the network edges, from generation to the customer side. We have observed that your business, distribution network, distribution system operator, is an intensive data business since years, when you are managing a network of more than 1 kilometers of lines, 35 million meters, 700,000 transformers. But we have seen an acceleration in the data management obligation for you. Did you see this acceleration?
Yeah, thank you, Philippe, for your invitation. First, it's a pleasure to have an exchange with you, because I had already the opportunity to challenge your concise questions and your experience of those markets. You're right. Electricity distribution has always been a data-consuming business, but now it's something totally different. And I would say that during the last years, it's true that we observed a tremendous change in the way to consume, to propose, to challenge, to manage, to operate data. First of all, as you said, we're operating just right now about 15 million smart meters. But smart meters, they are sensors, but they are also consumption data that we have to integrate in our way to operate the network, and also, and this is very important, in the way to redirect them to the consumer, to the local authorities. I mean that energy transition is not only a technological issue, it's much more today a data issue.
Okay, thank you for this answer, Philippe. How did you organize to manage this and to get value for your customers or your third parties for this data? What are the challenges you encounter on that?
Yes, it's a very good question, because of course it's, as I said, it's a tremendous change, but it's also within the company something that we have to challenge each day. First of all, we had only 5 years ago to imagine to become a big data operator, because we were providing data, but nothing to see with what we are today challenging. That means that we became, and we can say we're now a big data operator. That means new skills, new IT systems, new way to operate and to secure data, and especially right now, cybersecurity, to which are challenges. So we had, first of all, to transform our company and to dedicate special teams to data management, data storage, and finally, IT systems. That means, secondary, we had also to revisit all our communication systems. It's very easy to store data and say, okay, I'm a big data operator, but we have to revisit the way we can strengthen and we can deliver this data through our communication system, our communication network. That means that we have also to work in a distinctive way, different way, with new partners, which are telco partners, for example, on our communication infrastructure. And third, the management data needs, as I said, internal skills, a totally different approach from what we had before developed through our IT system. Much more agile, much more horizontal, and much more able to secure the way we deliver data to the consumers and the way we deliver data to the local authorities, which only 5 years ago, we were only obliged to deliver them once a year, the consumption of the one local authority on residential market, professional market, and big industry market. Now, many local authorities ask for data at almost real-time benefit for them. So that means that it's a huge change. And the last aspect is, as I said, is cybersecurity. I think, and I do believe that for cybersecurity is probably the next border we have to challenge, just to be able to preserve, I would say, our competitive advantage at a world scale level for business and for challenging on the way we have to manage and transform our business.
So you have organized the company to be a data operator.
Yes, right.
A data operator.
I think we can say that. Yeah.
Now, for your customers, the customers of your customers, and third parties also, other distributors. What are the next steps of edge computing for ENEDIS after the big IoT Linky projects? Do you have other planned strategy on that to improve the network efficiency?
In fact, we have, first of all, this question, I would say, this problem won't stop with Linky, because the development and the rollout of smart meters has also, as a consequence, to also organize the company through the way to deliver on a long-term way, secure data, and as I said, cyber-secured data. This is a very important challenge. It's maybe something much more closer to what are doing, for example, the banks today, rather than what we were doing yesterday in our own business on distributing electricity and electrons along a wire. This is the first aspect. The second one is, it's true that we have to also to imagine, after the rollout of smart meters, what are the next paths to energy transition. And so we had organized and imagined a program, we call it Road 22, which is the next challenge, of course, for our network after the rollout of the meters, which is dedicated to reinforce and to how data will strengthen the way to operate the network. Means, of course, smart grids. I are much more integrating and embed in the way we operate the network, datas, and, for example, new skills about the way to imagine connection between distinctive parts of the network, to imagine integration of massive renewable energies, and, of course, what will be, obviously, within a maybe shorter term than we imagine, is the huge amount of EV vehicle and EV charging points that we'll have to integrate to the network. So these are the paths we have defined in our new project, which is Road 22, and that will be an extraordinary challenging road we have to design now.
So, if I understand well, you are very well prepared to be an edge computing champion for the next decade, improving the efficiency of the network.
Well, I'd like to say that within 10 years, you're right, yes, if we can. And this is our challenge, but we prepare ourselves today, because it's today we have to prepare that. It's true, I was saying that this afternoon. For example, with the development of renewable energy, nobody in all the environment had been prepared the impact of integrating massive renewable energies. But now, this is we took all what we could from this first lesson. And now we're preparing ourselves today for being, within the next 10 years, effectively, one of the key actors of the energy transition through the challenges of integrating massive data coming from renewable energies, flexibilities, efficiency, electric vehicles, etc. And so, well, we're trying to do our best to be prepared, yes, right.
Thank you, Philippe, and good luck for this edge computing journey to ENEDIS.
It was very interesting. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.